Focusrite, I did some research as the lead analyst on mobile for a number of sponsors, and it clearly shows that the frequent traveler is actually the early adopter of these smartphones. And based on that, what do you see coming over the next year, over the next 12 months, as far as new mobile applications that are specifically targeted to frequent travelers?
I think there are a few different areas, more innovative and more that will be implemented this year or in the next 12, 18 months. For the frequent traveler, I think there are also services like the travel companions and travel guides, and travel guides as well that are customized for each of the consumers. I believe there will be also some applications for the consumer that is going into the augmented reality. That means integrating real data into reality and having it on your mobile phone. And there are a few applications that are already that they just were in the market for few months, and I think they will be developing.
In these months, we have seen a lot of interesting new services coming out from as mobile concierge, as you said, travel companions, and so on. But we haven't seen any core type of service released.
So how would you define core?
Hotel reservations. Not just the concierge who tells me that my plane is late, which is, of course, very interesting. But I would like to actually book the plane with my mobile phone. And of course, there's a lot of side services that have been developed, interesting ones even, because in the Travel Innovation Summit that we saw in Hollywood a few months ago, of course, the winner was a mobile advertising company or idea. So it was quite interesting. But what I've seen from the other side, being a hotel reservation business in those previous months, was a complete lack of basic reservation services on mobile. Everyone is talking about mobile companion, mobile concierge, but we analyzed all our competitors, and I mean Expedia, Booking, Travelocity, even Marriott, Hotels.com, Hotwire, Venere, ourselves, and we saw that no one allowed you to actually process a full hotel reservation.
So as you answer the first question, what you're describing is taking what's on the web and putting it on the mobile.
Yep.
Do you all agree that's what we need to do?
No.
No.
Why not?
Definitely not. Just what I see, the three areas are mobile office will still drive. Also in the next 12 months, mobile office has driven the adoption of smartphones, and it will be perfected, let's say, to my opinion. And we will see lesser laptops taken with on tours because you will be able to handle attachments. You will have services seamless in VPNs with corporates when you enter the LAN environment. So I believe mobile office will still drive adoption in the next 12 months. Second area, of course, mobile travel, but not copying what you have seen in the internet just on a mobile website of your internet site. I don't believe in a mobile itinerary of your email itinerary. So there are areas where there is no service currently available during the trip in this phase. And also travel agencies are not doing their best jobs and nobody in this trip. So in this phase of a trip. And so the mobile is the only channel that can really serve the needs of travelers during the trip. And we will see services exactly targeting that arena.
Can you give us an example of a new service on mobile that did not exist before?
Such as one area is the notification thing. So if everything happens the way you have planned, fine. But trips normally more and more are not happening the way you plan it. So meetings are moving, flights are delayed and cancelled. So we will see intelligent rule-based notifications, not only of yourself. Typically, you know when you are circling over Heathrow that you are doing it, but to notify the people who should know it in addition, for whom these informations are important. This is one area. A second area is when I have already my trip plan on my mobile and I see all my nice flight plans and my flight is departing this and then, why please can I just not check in with one single touch? I don't want to access a mobile site of the airline and dig in my 16 digits customer number and passport.
First of all, because it doesn't work on mobile.
And I want to have it on a one-touch base. I want a single touch and an end-to-end solution, a seamless solution.
So what's preventing the market from doing that? And let's move on to...
Well, I think in truth, there's space for all sorts of services. And what's going to drive this is user adoption. And because you've got users and consumers who are used to doing certain things on the web, then there is certainly space for that. So there's room for the transaction model. But then there's lots of services, like we've just been talking about, that are specific to mobile and can only be delivered over mobile. So these things are going to work hand in hand and driven by consumers out there saying, oh, actually, I want all this on my device that I want to take with me. I don't want to take my laptop anymore. I just want it's all on a single device. It was only 2 or 3 years ago, we were asking each other questions like, are you a 2-device or a 3-device person? So how many of these things do we have to carry around with us? Now, in truth, you can carry one device around with you. But until there is legitimate usable content available on mobile, so all the services that we normally expect on fixed line, plus these additional services, that's when users will go, actually, this is better than using a laptop. This is a much better and more flexible service. So let's go with that.
So does everyone agree that mobile is going to replace a laptop? I wouldn't be carrying my laptop?
Yep. Yeah,
And
for the traveler, he will.
If you look
Really?
at some of the statistics that are coming out on iPhone usage from the US, for example, 30% of iPhone users are saying this is replacing my laptop. So yes, it's happening.
Yes.
Well, there's no question iPhone is a game changer. Jerry?
I guess two points. Firstly, about reservations. First of all, I think we have to think about the world in two different parts. Think about the developed world, so think about Western Europe and North America, and then think of some developing markets. Because in developing markets, as far as reservations are concerned, if you look at markets like India, Vietnam, China, for a lot of people, the mobile internet is the internet. It's just the way that they get to online services. So I think we've got to make that distinction. Then going back to your question about corporate travel, I think one of the big game changers in terms of using mobile to really manage your corporate travel are downloadable applications. Because in the past, the first generation of mobile travel services has been essentially mobile web-based. And it's been kind of using a version of what you've done on your website. And it's a bit of a pain in the neck sometimes when you've got a lot of information that's actually already in your profile or whatever else. If you have a downloadable application, which is much more practical to do now, particularly with the Apple App Store, and they've really changed the game, then business travelers will want an app on their phone that's got their profile information. So when they want to do things, whether it's checking in, instead of having to put in 16 digits, they just do a finger tap. And that's going to change a lot.
Simplicity.